it a little cozier. Swivel the front seat so we have a little more space. But I'm just gonna work from the front to the back. Starting up front, we've installed the swivel in the passenger side seat. Allows the space to kind of open up. We have a lagoon table tucked back here that we can install on the mount right here for a little two-person dining table, a nice workstation, or some extra counter space. We opted not to install the swivel in the front driver's side just because we typically use this for storage. We have a Kelty low love seat. So usually when we get in place, we set everything up. So Kelty chair goes outside. I have some storage out here, so we opted just to bring one backpack for if we go into town, go to a coffee shop, we have something to carry the laptop. If we decide to get a shower at a Planet Fitness, he can throw all his toiletries in this. As we go through the van tour, I'll talk a lot about just different environmentally friendly things. We try to be as sustainable as possible, so using reusable grocery bags whenever we go to the grocery store, reusable produce bags, things like that. Also, usually lives back here until we get set up. Yoga block, foam roller, all the recovery modalities. We have bands in here, and this is also Everett's toy bin. Take a little less dog toys with us, but I can't help myself. Working front to back. Start with door pockets. I have so many little things that I'm sure Blane wishes I would get rid of, one of them being my slippers. So I just stick them in my side. We each have a hydro flask that we keep on us, just a thing of hand sanitizer. We try to stay as clean and organized as possible, so my side of the dash, I usually have my wallet, my phone, another little mini hand sanitizer up here, sunglasses, and Bible for morning reading. Blane's side is pretty clean, so when we park the van, we put this on the countertop in the back, and it tells us where we need to add leveling blocks. What else do we have up here? The Garmin InReach for when we're going out solo on big backcountry rides. And when we first got the van, wanted to spice that up a little bit and add some nice home decor with a little fake plant, and we've graduated to a live plant. All smoke and mirrors, because this is our true junk drawer. Packing tape, Everett's poop bags. We have some paracord, headlamp for nighttime walks. These little clips have come in handy for multiple purposes. If we're drying our bibs, air drying, we'll use laundry cord. What is it? What are those things called? Laundry line. And we'll hang these and clip our bibs.
And laundry day.
Tide to go stick, Planet Fitness card, stamp, little measuring tape.
Junk drawer.
Yep. Junk drawer. But these are super handy, but little Velcro straps, so in transit we've Velcroed things. This is one of the upgrades that Van Life Customs put in for us. Nice big touchscreen with Apple CarPlay. Our window covers are made by Van Essential. Usually when we're camped up in one spot for a while, we'll double up a really simple reflective window shade that just keeps the sun out.
The struggle is real.
Always. Really strong magnets, which is nice. All of our daily ride things we keep up here. So this is fun going through Blane stuff. It has big Garmin for navigation, mostly used for road riding, the smaller one for mountain bike, pocket knife, his wallet, Axis battery charger, wired headphones. They're superior for riding. Blane is cramping up all the time. Got little mustard packets. Sunglasses, keys, the various locks on the van, and then my side, these little hooks that will hang up here to dry our towels after a shower. Everything I take, multi-tool, plug, CO2. I keep my heart rate strap up here, Team Wahoo, my AirPods for riding, my sunglasses. That way everything's just really easy to get to. You're never running around wondering where things are. When we first got the van, we talked about and hoped that we wouldn't need to go with the bulkhead storage. It just provides so much extra storage. We keep the laptop up here, and it goes so far back. I have these storage bins from Target First one is electronic bin. So we have the iPad, the GoPro, a bunch of cords, so many cords. And then the next one, our coffee bin. I could talk to you about this for hours. Coffee setup, it's super important. So we want a good quality cup of coffee. We like to have a variety of methods. So we have the pour over and now the AeroPress, which also comes with the Prismo and espresso attachment. It's incredible. Highly recommend. The coffee scale. The Fellow kettle is induction ready. Saves us space. We went from the electric kettle by Fellow to the induction one because it didn't make sense that we would be pulling a bunch of electric for the kettle when the induction takes less power, and once it's hot, it keeps the water hot. And so always whole bean and freshly ground coffee. We recently, again, it was an upgrade. We went from the Fellow electric grinder to this hand grinder. Actually, it grinds really well in like 30 seconds. Obviously, in the morning, I wake up and want my coffee ASAP, so it was nice to have an electric grinder, but it just took up way too much space and it was super heavy. Next little bin is our towels. Regular standard towels take up a ton of space. Full size, but ultra thin, quick drying towels from REI. Each have a large and a medium size. So we also have, this is my little collapsible toiletry tote. Again, trying to be as environmentally friendly as possible. We have these reusable unpaper towels, keeping things clean, and we run through these pretty quickly, and then you can wash them and re-roll them just like paper towels. Really nice. Probably don't need these. We're constantly learning, constantly realizing how much less we can live with. We'll get rid of these. We keep our puffy jackets up here and our rain jackets shoved back there. Hats. We have our, what else do we have back here? Our climbing chalk bag, my planner, more hat, the Hyper Ice Go. We just call it the leg hammer. So when we get to one spot, and I know we're not traveling, I like to open up the cabinet, let everything breathe. When we're shopping, we like to go to places like Sprouts or Whole Foods where we can fill bulk bags. Oats, granola, banana chips, even certain types of pasta, rice, quinoa, lentils. You'd be surprised all the things that you can buy in bulk. We have 2 max fans for more air circulation. That way we have one pushing air in and one pulling air out to get the airflow through. Not much to talk about with the sink, good size. I like that removable faucet head. Being able to control the water pressure on a lower setting, conserve water when we're washing dishes. Our water comes from a 25-gallon water tank in the back, drains down into 11-gallon gray water tank that's also underneath. Originally, we had a 5-gallon gray water tank, but that was super inconvenient just to constantly have to pull that out and drain that. This gives us so much more storage. In a dry sack, we have Everett's food, our dish drying rack, which is actually super handy, cleaner, and of course our laundry things.
Junk drawer number 2.
Yeah. Our trash can lives under here. Our water is actually triple filtered. When we pull water in, usually potable water from a gas station or we fill up at a campground, we'll hook a water filter to the hose. The water is filtered once there. It's filtered again, and just to be extra safe, we Brita filter as well before drinking. And we have drawers that push in and push out. What do you call those? Slide locks? That sounds good enough. Cooking and prepping meals is super important to us, and we didn't want to skimp on the quality of kitchenware. Having a really good set of kitchen knives and, not that camp quality, but things that you would have in your home. Full-size kitchen utensils. It just makes everything feel a little homier and a little bit easier to work with. Underneath our utensils, these are really deep drawers, so adding that extra layer allows us to get the most out of the storage. Coffee mugs, measuring cups, chip clips, reusable produce bags, extra kitchen towels. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. We always say we would have so much more storage if we didn't ride and race bikes because this is all of our fueling for races. We have our Martin drink mix, leftover athletic greens, Scratch, somehow a mango ended up in here, Calm, magnesium supplement before bed, ton of ride snacks, and our water bottles. In this drawer, we have all of our plates, bowls, a small strainer, cutting board, and all of our pots that kind of fit together so everything stays pretty organized. Mixing bowl for making pancakes, a few Tupperware for leftovers. Believe it or not, in this cabinet we actually have all of our clothes together, aside from our riding kit. We decided that the longest we would want to go with clothes is 2 weeks, rolled up in these containers. And we happened to find these on Amazon, and they're the perfect height and depth for this cabinet. So again, really maximizing the space. I don't know how Blane organizes his, so I'll walk you through mine. So we have packing cubes, so underwear, my socks, and then I keep it really simple. All of my pants and shorts are on this side, and all of my tops, whether that's sweaters or t-shirts, are on this side. Pajamas, bathing suit. A few things for going out to dinner if I want to look like I don't live in a van.
It don't matter. I live in a van.
Tons of workout clothes and just camp loungewear. Toiletry drawer. So Blane's side, my side, shampoo and conditioner, shower bars. Do have a little portable mirror folded back here. This cabinet and slide was designed for our toilet. We honestly decided that we didn't need it. It was a pain to clean. It wasn't as bad as you might think, but we're often in places like this, dispersed campings. Just go outside. And again, it opened up a bunch more room for storage, so this is where we keep our dirty laundry. Underneath our bench is our Dometic cooler style fridge freezer, but it allows you to convert both sides to fridge or both sides to freezer if you needed it. And under this side, we have ice packs and drinks. I'll talk about our mattress. We have 6-inch, maybe 6-inch memory foam mattress. We decided to add another 3-inch memory foam Doppler, and it's super comfy. So comfy that the last Airbnb we stayed at, we actually took this mattress in there because it was more comfortable than the one they had. We had 2 flare space flares installed so we can sleep horizontally, and we only have the cabinets at our feet so we don't have to worry about clunking our head. These 2, all of our cycling wear, and the one in the back is where we keep the Normatec squeezy leg bags. We keep everything organized in packing cubes. This is all jerseys, cycling socks, cycling bibs. On the flares we have 2 sliding windows. It just allows for more air circulation.
Back of the van now, we've got this 1-up, 2 mountain bikes. Probably one of the best, most quality bike racks you can get, with the little swing around arm. Very nice for getting that out of the way. And you can open the doors, get into the back here. Shoe storage, helmet storage. Helmet's tucked in nice. All of our shoes, we kind of made this out of some kind of cheap Target, door rack storage thing. We cut these for a little storage here. Some chain lube, hand pump, lights, any kind of other random stuff. In the name of storage sake, this is our pump. Instead of having a traditional floor pump, we use this little electric pump. It works great. Super powerful, rechargeable with USB-C. Starlink, the router here plugs in right there when the inverter's on, and the Starlink is set up on the roof right now. We've got our race wheels that we store in these bags. Really nice and keeps them secure and safe. We can throw them inside on the bed and they won't get anything dirty or muddy. Super handy. On top of that, this storage bin of parts, extras, hydration packs, towels, extra orange seal, bars, cleaning supplies, extra chains, grips, all kinds of extra tools and parts. It's just nice to have stored away that you don't have to go into town to a bike shop if you don't need to. Here we've got our yoga mats and a little protective mat for that we store right in here. We can just show up at camp and throw these things out. This is my custom-made tool bin. All kinds of extra tools I need anywhere I go. I do all of our own bike maintenance. Saves us a lot of time and money. Put this one thing away. Back in the rest of here, we've got a pretty sweet solar shower bag. Fill it up, set it out in the sun. Actually gets really warm, and then we hang that on the side and we can get an outdoor shower. That wouldn't have it any other way. And a little bamboo mat for standing on. Really nice for keeping the feet clean. And lastly, we've got our tax trainer in here for warming up at the races. If it's raining or nasty weather, we can just set that up under the awning and get the ride in. 2 bike mounts for setting bikes up inside. These little rocky mounts are nice. Bike goes in, and then you just kind of clamp that. Up here is where we store the Starlink when it's down. We've got this other base for on the ground. If we're under some tree cover, we can get that out to get some service. There we've got an extension cord and plug for shore power, and then a first aid kit. Air compressor hose, we do tubeless tires. We can blow off the bikes with the little chuck here. This is the extendable water hose we use. We hook up to fill our water here. Spigot where we can hook to that and spray down the bikes, clean those off or anything like that. It just kind of stores nicely here. Little water filter we use at any places. This thing works pretty nice. Bike rack here that we use mounts in right here, on bikes. Water tank, we've got, I think it's like 25 gallons of water that we can store in here. I've ran some heat tape plugs in up here in case we're somewhere where it's getting well below freezing. We'll make sure we don't get any frozen lines. Water pump is in there also. In here we've got all of our batteries stored. We've got 900 amp hours of battery, but we wanted that option so we can go for many days at a time without having to drive or move around. We only have 280 watts of solar on the roof, so this we're not getting a ton every day, but this helps us go for as long as we can when we're running, cooking, making coffee, running the Starlink. Got a little garage light here, main control panel. Got our light switches here, inverter, battery monitor, kind of showing us what's going on with the battery. 76% battery. We went the day yesterday without really any solar. Some 120 volt plugs here, and then our diesel heater right there. And then we just store our fan remote here. Here we added this rear bumper. Works protecting the van, but also it acts as a good step here. We don't have a ladder, so I've just kind of makeshift this way of getting on the roof. Kind of jungle gymming my way to the top. Access to the Starlink here, and then our storage bin here. We just store a bunch of spare tires, some winter clothes, and some other things we don't use very often. That all goes in this bin right here. Extra lighting here, some rear view lights, a couple of these, some on the sides for getting to camp spots late at night. So got our max tracks at the top. I haven't had to use these with the van, but if we ever get stuck or in a spot where we need those, it's always nice to have them. They're up on the roof, tucked away, there if we need them. Shovel stored here for doing things in the woods that you do when you live in the van. Upgraded wheels and tires, as well as the Van Compass suspension. Got the BF Goodrich KO2s. A little unnecessary for our van build, but really nice off-road. With the Rome-built shackle bumper, Baja Designs LP9 amber lights, and the Rome-built front skid.
Hope you enjoyed the long-awaited van tour. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. If there's something that we missed or something you want to see in detail, just let us know and we'll try and get that in the next video. We're in Prescott, Arizona now, getting ready to race Whiskey 50 this weekend, so if you're at the race, stop by and say hi. Stay tuned for life in the van of training. We'll take you through our workouts, some nutrition, and everything in between, so that's what's next.